Hi everybody, how you guys doing? It's Yvonne here, and today I'd like to share with you another technique how to use your foil. Now I showed you in a previous video one particular technique, and this is another one, and I hope you give it a try because it's really fun. You end up with having something like this, and you can create these if you have a laminator. That's another technique if you have a laminator. So what I did today is I'm going to take the Celebrate Sunflowers. I'm going to take the sunflower here and the two sets of leaves, and this is from Stampin' Up, and I did use it for, I took out my Stamparatus, took a piece of cardstock, Night of Navy, and I ended up setting it up on front like this. Now I'm going to take my Versamark, right here, just your typical Versamark, and I'm going to make sure that everything is well inked, and then I'm going to turn it over onto my Stamparatus here, and I'm going to press down. And to use these stamps, because they were thick, I had to take out the sponge that goes into the Stamparatus and went right onto the magnet. But it's fine. If I put on the magnets on the sheets of paper, what would happen is I'd have to put more pressure on it because it's higher than the actual stamp. My magnets are. So anyway, so as long as it's in the corner, it's going to do it exactly the same way. So I'm just going to wet it a couple of times, like ink it up, just to make sure that I hit every crack and there you go. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, you can see it there. So everything is stamped very well. So I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to put this aside, and then I'm going to take, here I have my Versamark, which is clear embossing powder, but I've also by error mixed some white ones, so I thought it was clear one, but that's okay. I'm just going to get this all perfect. And I had beforehand used up my little pad here, so I had already ran it all on my cardstock, so it would prohibit the embossing powder to make a mess. Now I'm going to emboss this. I'm going to go offline to emboss this, and I will be back after it's all done. Okay, so I'm back, and I've embossed all this piece of cardstock. This piece of cardstock, by the way, is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And as you can see, I had mixed my clear with my white embossing powder by error, so it still came out really nice. But I want you to know out of this that you can use whatever embossing powder you want. It'll still work. So all you need at this point is a laminator, which I have mine here ready to go. Mine is just something inexpensive that I got off Amazon. I think I paid like $20 or I can't even remember. I'm going to cut a piece of this gold foil. Foil you can pick up pretty much anywhere. The deco foils, and you can get them on Amazon. You can get them on AliExpress. It doesn't matter where. Foil is foil. So I'm going to put my foil on top, and then I'm going to cut off the excess here. Don't need to waste any more than I need, because once it goes through. Okay, so now I've added my foil right on top, and I'm not even going to use anything. I'm just going to put it in with my cardstock and run it through. Now, some people say I shouldn't do that. Some people say I've never had any issues. So I just would want you to try it and then end up giving me a shout that it broke or something. You do it on your own. But it's so easy, and I can't see how it would break it, to be truthful. It's just a couple of wheels that are bringing the item through. And look how pretty this is. Here's the reveal. Isn't this special? Quite special. Quite special. Put this away here. And look how sweet this came out. came out with all the gold glitter that you want. And then from here, all you need to do is make a card. So it's quite simple. Use whatever you want. You could use this. The last time I showed you how to do it with some tape and some double-sided tape and so forth with a folder. But you can do this technique with a folder also. It's totally up to you. Now I'm going to cut down this about 1/4 inch on each side, so it will fit properly. Let me see here. There. And let me try this side here. Just a little bit. I did cut off some of my leaves, but I'm okay with that. And all you need to do from here on in is pick up a background for your piece to fit on, and you fit it on cardstock, which is something that your base. If I put my base in behind, and this is what you end up with a card. It's so pretty. It's really, you could do anything you wanted. You could fussy cut this. You could do whatever you want, and it's permanent. There's nothing you can do about it. If you did it on white cardstock, you could actually take your cardstock and you could use some Tim Holtz embossing, not embossing, but ink, distress inks or distress oxide, and make a nice background, and then stamp whatever image you have on top and then foil it. It's beautiful. You can't ask any better. I hope you give this a try because it's so simple to make, and I know you'd like it. And I hope you join me back. I'll be back on next Monday with another video and some more ideas for you. Have a great day, but most importantly, you guys be happy. Bye-bye.